Hi, everyone. Uh, I would like to introduce this unit here. It's not exactly a unit, but it's some directions how to use the GitHub Classroom to the students. So the GitHub Classroom is one environment based in the GitHub that you help a lot to understand and to make practice the labs, some assignments you do in this environment. So it's the reason that it is so important that you understand correctly how to use this environment and have successful in this type of activity. So first, this talk is not a class. So this talk aims to explain what GitHub Classroom is and how to access it and how to complete one assignment. Before including to explain what is a GitHub Classroom is, uh, you already have the first class, and in the first class, you understand that our course is based in code. And And I know that you are not software engineering, you are not programmer, but you need to understand how to use these tools because or the people call you to protect this environment, or the people call you to protect the code that other people produce. Okay, your mission, like a cybersecurity engineer, is help teams or support teams to uh, develop more secure and privacy. We don't talk about privacy in course, but secure and privacy to produce secure and privacy code that follow the best standards. And a key thing today in environments and develop teams, smaller, bigger, use the GitHub or some brains like GitHub to organize and to manage the source code. So because this reason, it's really important to be ready or to doing the classes. You understand how to use this tool, understand how to use the GitHub, not only to push but use these tools like uh, like a professional. Okay, so it's my message before I talk about this very brief tutorial how to use the GitHub Classroom. Okay, first, what is the GitHub Education? The GitHub Education is a program that provides free and discount access to various research and tools for students, teachers, and education institutions. For example, it's enabled that you have access to the GitHub Student Develop Packet that provides several tools that is only, for example, if you are in the company, you need to pay. Okay, in here you don't need to pay, and not only to have access to the tools, but there are a lot of seminars, tutorials, events that happens online that you can access because you access the GitHub Education or you sign free the GitHub Students Develop Pack. Okay. Okay, it's the GitHub Education. Inside the GitHub Education, you have the GitHub Classroom. Okay, what is it? It's a platform. It's a platform for managing code assignment. You continue to use the Canvas, okay, to access your quizzes, to access the assignments that is not coding, okay. However, the coding activities happen in the GitHub, okay. So, and you receive the link and you access the link. It's not in the free GitHub that you need to know. You have a prepared environment to much is like the GitHub, okay. So, and and you need to code a lot of time in my course, and you code, use it, and have access to the full version of the GitHub. Okay, the good full features of the GitHub version control. So, but you don't access like in the if you want entering GitHub. No, it's integration environment that you have everything at the same place. So the first step is how to access this environment. When you have when you receive one assignment that you need to use the GitHub, you receive the link, okay, and the link will publish in the assignment side of Canvas, okay, and when you receive the link, uh, you need to click on the link and open the login GitHub account. But not the login in the full GitHub, but the login in the GitHub Classroom. Okay? You need to use your GitHub account, okay, like my case, Kabart, AUSCA. If you don't have a GitHub account until now, you can create yours, okay, and you use this account to log in this environment, okay. After you log in the GitHub account, okay, after logging the GitHub account, you need to accept the assignment that you receive, okay. You need to click here and accept this assignment, okay. And after you click and accept the assignment, it's open one screen, and probably you open one of, or you enter directly in the assignment, or if the assignment has some auto-grading evaluation, open one screen like this yours, okay? So like this one, okay? Here you have two options. You can click on this link here, okay? That open the GitHub, the traditional GitHub repository for this assignment, where you can clone this repository for your computer, okay? And you using your device, your IDE or your environment to solve the problem. Or you can click on this button and open the GitHub code space, okay? And if you click on this button, open the GitHub code space. What is the GitHub code space? The GitHub code space is like if you already use the VS Code, is an online version of the VS Code. The good things, it's easy to work. Okay, really, really easy to work. Okay. And you have it's exactly the same. Okay, you don't need to open in a machine. I recommend you to use this environment here. Okay. When you click, okay, the environment in my right side is open, but before you start to wait to the environment be read, okay? Avoid clicking things. Wait, click, open the screen, wait, okay? Okay, when it's read, you have access to the README file, okay? The README file that will have the directions step by step of what you need to do, okay? Including which code you need to change or what you need to do, okay? For example, this exercise is how is a Hello World activity. You have this file here, hello.js, and here is the file that you need to solve the problem. And the problem is in the original version, you don't have this space and this word. In this case, you need only to insert this string, okay? Okay, so it's in the real activity, you need to modify or create functions, okay? You need to modify function or create functions, okay? And to solve the problem that you asked it to do, okay? So another important file that you have here is the hello. In this case, you have the hello.js and you have a hello.test.js. The hello test.js contain, okay, I didn't open here, but contain the test, how this test is passed or not. It's really important to auto-grading, okay? It's important to check how the test pass or not to understand exactly the output that you need to provide. Remember in the, I cannot remember the number, of course, where you studied Orient Object Program, 5U. Exactly. It's exactly like, and in one part of this course, you study JUnit tests, no? I think you study Java, but the JUnit tests in JavaScript and Python and other languages are almost the same, okay? This file here, the hello test.js, is the file where you have the test that you use to outgrade parts. Okay? Okay, so do the task. The next step, you need to uh, commit and push or the change. Okay, to see, and the VS Code to the GitHub part is here. Okay, when you click here, it's open this part here. Okay, so you need to, okay, I already commit here, okay, but you need to commit, you see here the files that is modifier, and you click and commit, and finally you need to sync the change. Okay, when you click and sync the change, okay, we'll submit the, again, you make a push, okay, to the repository. Sometimes you have problems like in real repository that you need to rebase or need to do some tasks. You need to solve the GitHub issue if you have one, anyone. Finally, the step 3, you need to, if the exercise has auto-grading, you need to ensure that your code is test. You have the directions in the readme file how to make the test, okay? But in the JavaScript is this, now npm test. In npm test, the node will read all the test files and perform the test. In this case, you have only one test that is before you leave and consider you finish the exercise, you need to ensure that your code, like for example, in this case, hello test, pass. If it's not pass, okay, if it's not passed, your work is not finished. Okay, tip for success. It's the only thing, okay? It's the test. So again, you have more complicated work. You have a lot of labs, okay, that you need to, it's not assignment, but you have auto grading to check what you did wrong or not, okay? So, but you need to use, okay? You have opportunity to use. And the tip for success is the first, read the instruction carefully in the assignment readme, okay? Read to avoid to don't solve one specific problem and spend waste time in one activity. Commit often, write clear commit message. It's really important to use write clear commit message. It helps, for example, to grade. For example, sometimes you don't mess, but you didn't understand exactly what it did. Ask for help if you are stuck. Okay, you can use the GitHub issues or the course forum. Okay, you can ask for me of a side if you have any problem. Okay, so I will give you, oh my gosh, one example. Okay, uh, okay, fix that I'm here and I received the link. Okay, okay, I'll share it again. Okay, did you receive the link? You law? No, in my case. Oops, I typed the wrong password. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, remember, you can define to use this link. It will open the GitHub, normally GitHub. You need to clone the repository. Okay, I think it's hard to solve the problem. I think that if you use the GitHub code space, it is a little quite more easy. Wait for the GitHub code space, set your environment. Okay, it's really important to wait. Okay, so again, it's the last what I did now. So it's the reason that you see that I already passed it. I already finished. So here is the code, but things that is the original code here. You don't have these things. Or you type difference, okay? So you saw, okay? When you click, you can click first npm install to ensure that all the package is installed. And after npm test, okay? You just see that I fail, okay, for the both tests. I can go to hello test.js and see how the text happen. Now, for example, expect the hello code to be the output of hello, the hello, sorry, is hello word, okay? So, oh, okay, I know what I did wrong. Word, okay, save, npm test. Okay, now I pass it. I come here, I put one comment, a equal 10. Okay, just want to have, I change. Let's again. Uh, oh, okay, okay. So I pass my test. Uh, I include a variable a in my answer. Okay. Commit. Yes. Sync change. Okay. Okay. So now I finish the exercise. Okay. It's done. You did your first assignment, the test assignment to check if you understood the code. Okay. So if you, I believe if you here you can see the everything. Okay. So it's really is and does not require a lot of things. So we can, during this course, you have the opportunity to do a lot of labs using this environment. You don't need to worry, but it's only a direction. When you, in the Thursday, you have the first assignment that is much more easy. Okay. You need to only to do a tutorial about the GitHub. Uh, and I will publish next Thursday. And it's a bit quite different. You need to publish but you have all the directions in the exercise. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this very quick tutorial and see you soon. Bye bye, guys.